Hey everybody, it's been a super long time. I did post a video, I think last week, basically just giving you a brief overview of what the future holds. Um, but I just wanted to bring up something that I've realized, and along with realizing that it's been over a year since I've posted a video, I realized that a lot of guys that have transitioned about the same time that I have also kind of gone missing from YouTube. Whether it's taking their videos down or just not posting new videos. Um, and I just wanted to kind of touch base on that. Um, I guess really I guess what my point actually is that I feel like we all go through this phase of where we want to post videos about our transitions, not only to document what we're going through and all of the changes that we're going through, but to keep up with everybody else in the trans community, obviously as a support system. And with all of us going missing, the the support system's not gone. I think that's not what I'm saying at all, because there's plenty of videos up there for trans guys to watch, um, but there's not so many continuous updates from guys. Usually it seems like after 2 or 3 years on T, the videos start withering away. Um, and I think really, I mean, I don't know what everyone else's reasoning is for it, but my own personal reason, for one, I didn't really have any means of recording and posting videos. But for another reason, too, that I didn't try harder to get access to that was because I didn't really feel as though I had much to update anymore. After a couple of years on T, the changes slowed down. I wasn't anticipating changes anymore, or waiting for them, or um, more or less didn't feel like it was worthy of documenting, because the majority of changes that I had been waiting for from pre-T until 2 years had already passed. And I had already almost conquered all of those changes, I guess you could say. Like, all the things I looked forward to, I had seen and I see now. And here I am now. I pass 110% male out in society and with all of my friends. I don't really have very many friends from my past that are having trouble with my transition anymore. Everybody's very well on board. I have a super support system in my hometown. I live up in southern Maine still. And I have had my rough journey. I've had some rough times over the past couple of years in dealing with discrimination and harassment within the workplace. And it has led to terminations, and it has led to literal physical fights that weren't even necessarily caused by me per se, but I mean, obviously it takes two to start a fist fight, but it's like, I don't know, it seems as though had I not been transgendered, these fights would have never happened. Fights slash arguments, I should say. And a lot of it has to do with me being almost overly prideful about being transgendered. Maybe overly prideful is not really the correct term, because you can't really be too proud, I guess. If you're happy with who you are, then fucking more power to you. But I guess I'm not so much in your face, but I am not by any means scared to tell anybody that I'm trans. I more often than not will out myself before somebody has the chance to out me. Maybe it's a defense mechanism. I don't really know. But I do know that I'm comfortable saying I used to be a woman, and I'm proud to say it because I've conquered so much in the past 4.5 years of my life that I've conquered these struggles that I never thought I would ever be able to conquer in my life, and so I just feel like a very strong person for that. And I've had a lot of support, not only in my hometown, but on YouTube and Facebook. People who didn't even find me for the mere fact that I was transitioning, but they just found me, whether it was from my music or they just crossed by my page and just so happened to read on to find out that I'm trans, and I developed supporters that way. and it's very comforting to know that there's so many people out there who do support us. Um, but I've also noticed that there's still just as many haters out there, and I've been seeing more of it lately, I guess because I'm taking the time to find these things and to read on about them. But there's still so much hate and discriminating going on that I just wish there was more that we could do um, in the public's eye, I guess. I don't really want to necessarily put the trans community out there in a sense that I want everybody to know that I don't want somebody to be like, oh, that person's trans, that person's trans, and that person's trans. But I want there to be an equal respect for us, whether they know or don't know. I don't want. I mean, if I walk up to somebody and start a conversation about transgender with somebody who doesn't know that I'm transgendered, and this has happened, and people start saying, "Oh, well, I don't really know how I feel about that. I think it's kind of weird or whatnot." I just I want to get the world to that point, and I know we all do. We all want to get the world to that point um, where there's no more of that. It'll never happen. I mean, this is the 21st century, and people still hate on races, certain races, and um, religions and orientations, and it's all hate is always going to be there. But I feel like what we as trans people are dealing with right now is just total lack of education, and there has to be a way more to educate the world. And I know there's so many advocacy. Is that the right word? I don't even know. There's so many trans advocates out there, and I think it's phenomenal, and I definitely believe myself to be part of that category, but more on a minuscule scale because I don't go out, I don't go out protesting, and I don't go out to legal meetings or anything. I just don't get that involved, and I kind of wish I did. I guess I just don't really have the resources to do that. Um, but I'm kind of at a new point in my life where I'm going to get more into it, I hope. In a sense, I may steer more away from it because I'm going to be relocating and starting in a new community, and I guess it all really just depends on when I get there and where I'm at and how it all works out. But at the end of it all, I do want to be helping the community in some sense as best that I can and to my best ability in the near future, regardless of what my living situation is. And one way that I'm going to do that is to definitely start posting more videos. And I've wanted to post videos for a really long time, and here I am making a video at 9:30 in the morning, and I haven't even been to bed yet. And I worked 2 doubles this weekend, so I don't really know where this is coming from. I guess it's just from searching on YouTube, and um, just got me in the mood, I guess, to jump on the camera. Um, but I do want to start posting more videos, and I guess what I need from you guys is to just ask me questions, and I'll post a video on them like we used to do back in the day. I guess now I'm just kind of at a loss for words and don't really know what to say. I don't really know exactly what you guys want to hear from me. So if you guys want to help me to come back into the YouTube community, please send me questions. I don't really have access to the computer all too often, and that's the only way I can receive messages. So if you want to message me on Facebook, you can find me on there, facebook.com/Jason8, and you just need to make sure you spell my name correctly. Um, and I guess as far as future videos, I'm not really opposed to anything. I will answer every question honestly to my best ability, and I kind of want to get more guys that are this far along in transition to jump back in and do it again if they have the time. And I guess it's not so much having. I mean, you guys have asked me multiple times to come back and post videos. I just don't really know what to post. So maybe if you guys have a certain trans guy that you have been inspired by, just ask them to post a video of a specific topic, and I feel like maybe that would be a little bit easier as opposed to just asking a question through a private message or on our comments, because we can just easily type back. But if you ask for a specific video and specific details, I feel like maybe more of us would be willing to jump back in to posting more videos. I could be wrong. I mean, this is all just speaking from my own personal experiences and my own grounds, I guess you could say. But yeah, I guess just I want to bring all of the missing trans guys back, because there's a lot of guys that I transitioned with as far as the same time frame, that I would really like to see how they're all doing, and I'd really like to catch up with everybody and try and get back into the community a little bit more. So yeah, feel free to message me. Please message me on Facebook, because I really don't get messages too often on YouTube. I can see comments, I just can't get private messages. So as far as that goes, I'm going to end this here because I'm exhausted and I really should try and get to bed. I keep looking at the time, I'm just so tired. But yeah, I'm really excited to be back, and I'm really excited to post more videos. I just need a little bit of direction. So until then, peace out, good night or good morning, wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is where you're at. I'm going to sleep.